Hi there, this is Todd with Industrial Comfort. A viewer recently asked me to make a dog pull toy just like this one. So I started doing some research on the interwebs and came across a site that offers free templates for this dog. So I figured, hey, why not give it a shot? And the templates come with really all the instructions you need. You just have to place this on your wood, cut them out, and then do the assembly. Really easy. I'll put a link in the description so that you can download this and do it yourself. Now, a few things to note. I did modify it a little bit because from what I can see, the 1/4-inch wood dowels don't actually allow the wheels to turn, and I wanted to make the ears move independent of one another. I also use these 1/4-inch wood fasteners instead of showing the protruding 1/4-inch dowels. And then I used some 1/4-inch socket head bolts for the wheels so that they would roll. So again, great project, free template. I'm going to show you how to do it right now. The first thing that I'm going to do for this project is cut out the template so that we can place it on this wood to begin the cutting process. Now, you can use any wood you like. The body is going to be 3/4 of an inch, and then the legs, ears, arms, and so forth are going to be 1/2 inch. And all of this stuff is listed here on the template. Now, for the wheels, I'm not going to bother cutting these out because I'll use an appropriate size hole saw to create these, and I'll show you in a little bit what I mean. So, I'm now going to stick these onto the wood, and I do want to modify this a bit because I don't want the tail to be so sharp, so I'm going to use a pencil to just round this off a little bit. But I don't want to use spray adhesive on the paper or this, as it's going to create a gunky mess. So I'll probably use some double-sided tape. The other thing that you'll notice I did is I made this corner right here a little bit more rounded so that when we run it through the router to smooth out the edges, the router doesn't get caught in the corner. With the body, legs, ears, everything cut out, I'm just going to smooth them over here at the belt sander before we go and route the edges to clean things up a little bit. It's time to drill out the holes on the templates. Now, I mentioned that I was going to be doing a little bit of modification to the original design. So I don't want to have the dowels show for the joints, so I'm only going to drill halfway through for the arms and legs, but I'll drill all the way through for the body. Now for the ears, I'd actually like them to swing, so I will drill a hole that doesn't exist here I'll go halfway through the backs of the ears and then figure out a way to draw or push the dowel through without gluing it in place that the ears move back and forth. I used one of the ears to trace the outline of where I'd like the ear placed, and then I just kind of drew an approximate area where I'd like to drill the hole. So I'll drill this out, and by the way, I'm using a 1/4 inch drill, and it's also noted here on the template. For the legs, arms, and ears, where I'll only be drilling halfway through, I've set the base of this drill press such that it will act as a stop and only go down halfway. Now to drill out the ears, what I've done is use the double-sided tape to put the ear where I want it. I'm then going to come from behind and drill down into the ear. And then I'll do the same on this side. All the holes are drilled in all the parts, so what I'd like to do now is use this 1/4 inch radius roundover bit just to smooth over the edges. It's not something that the designer of this dog did, but I think it'll add a nice touch. I did forget to mention that for the arms and legs, we actually do want to drill all the way through where the paws are. That way the wheels will spin. It's time to cut the wheels. And if you remember earlier, I mentioned that we were just going to use a saw and not worry about this template. So I've got a 2-inch hole saw in my drill press, and we're going to use it to punch a bunch of holes in this piece of wood. Already has a 1/4 inch pilot bit in it, so everything will be done once we do the drilling. Now, as far as I can tell, these wheels were never intended to roll on the dog that we're making. So the final modification that I'm making is to allow these wheels to roll. I'm going to use these cap head screws that I had laying around. Now, they happen to be 1/4 inch, which is the same diameter as the hole we have here. Now, what I'm going to do is use this 3/8 inch bit to countersink a hole so that we can nest the cap head here. And then I'll push this through, and then we'll screw this piece into the dog's leg with a little bit of glue, which should hold it in place and allow the wheels to spin. The parts have all been fabricated now with the modifications that I put in place. I gave this stuff a light sand. Now it's time to glue it up. With the glue now dry, it's time to put the wheels on. We'll assemble the ears, and then I'm going to drill a hole so that we can insert this little eye hook, which will allow us to pull the dog. Now the eyelet we're going to use is a 3/32 by 1 inch eyelet, and we're just going to put it more or less straight in the middle. So you're going to want to use a 3/32 inch drill bit. Center your hole. And drill away. And then this just screws in. Now the reason I'm not putting a cord around the neck of the dog is that I'm afraid the ears are going to get away or get in the way, and I also want to make sure that if the loop for some reason came off, it wouldn't present a choking hazard. And here is our pull dog toy. As you can see, this is an awesome gift for children, and it's a really cool project. Now you'll notice that I didn't finish the dog. The people that asked me to make this for them have requested that I paint it, but I wanted to leave it raw and allow you guys to decide what finish you'd like. I think this would look great with a natural stain and a clear coat. You can attach any string that you'd like. I'm probably going to use a paracord with a monkey's fist on the end, but again, entirely up to you. It was a great project, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching.